Good morning.
What's up, everybody? Anybody there? Are they coming? There's somebody.
There's
What's up,
Liz.
Liz?
She's been waiting for this all morning.
Good morning, Ashley. What up? What up?
David.
Hey, guys. What's happening? It's
Hi.
happening. Welcome to our home.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hope everybody's feeling well this morning. Maybe a little bit sore.
I'm sore.
I'm sore. So this yoga is coming right at the right time.
It is.
Hey, y'all. Thanks for joining. We're going to give it about 2 to 3 minutes. Let people hop on here, and we're going to get started. You really only need a mat. If you have blocks in your house, grab them. You could also maybe use a pillow, like a firm pillow, to prop your hips up on at some point. But other than that, it's mostly just you and your mat. We've made it to Sunday. Is anybody else impressed with themselves? Because I am. Hi. All right, it's 10:02, so I'm going to wait until 10:03, and then we'll start getting situated. If you just joined, you need a mat, maybe a pillow if you have one, like a firm pillow, more like a decorative pillow, not a really squishy one that you can prop your hips up on if you need to. Keep your water close by. We'll get started in 1 minute. Buenos dias, Kelly. Hey, Kate. Hey, Tim. Hey, Ashley. Jenna. All right, we got a lot of people on here. Callie, Sarah, Jake, welcome. All right, y'all. Hey, Rach Pop. Okay, we got a good crew. So we're going to get started. You need a mat or a carpet, honestly. Maybe a pillow, like a firm couch pillow to put under your butt or your knee if you need some more support. And I'm going to put some light music on in here. You are welcome, of course, to play your own music. See if you can hear mine. And we're going to get going. All right, before we get started, let me know, give me a thumbs up if you can hear me when I'm back here. Can you hear me? All right, thanks. Okay. All right, you guys, grab a comfortable position. So you can be sitting down, you can be laying on your back, you can come onto your belly, however you like. So we're going to start just by settling in. Close your eyes. And just focus on your breath to start. See if you can breathe in and out through your nose. Once you've taken a few breaths in and out through the nose, start to focus on that breath coming from your belly. So as you breathe in, the belly inflates like a balloon. The belly button rises up. And as you breathe out, the belly button sinks all the way down towards your spine. So everything is moving through the diaphragm, this deepest place down in your belly. Breathing in and breathing out. Every time you breathe out, let your body get a little bit heavier. You're probably holding on to more tension than usual right now, and that's okay. You're being even more mindful about letting that tension go. So every exhale, your body grows even heavier. You start to feel like you're sinking down into the mat. Take 4 more rounds of breath here. And as you get your 4th round of breath, it's going to bring a little bit of movement to your body. So start to wiggle your fingers and your toes, no matter what position you're in. And then if your shape allows for it, start to rotate your ankles and your wrists. We're all going to make our way onto our backs. You can take as much time as you need to get there. And once you make your way onto your back, reach the toes forward and the fingertips back, growing as long as you can get here. Take a breath in as you stretch as long as you can get. And as you breathe out, hug your right knee into your chest. Interlace your fingers onto your shin. Relax your head. Take a breath in, the belly rises up to meet your thigh. And as you breathe out, hug your right knee in towards your right shoulder. Every exhale, the knee gets a little bit closer towards your right shoulder. And then find your twist. Keep your right knee bent. Roll onto your left hip. Let your right knee fall towards the right. Your right arm reaches up and then out by your side. Take your gaze towards your right fingertips. Every breath in, you're getting a little bit longer through your spine. And every breath out, you're twisting, maybe just a tiny bit more. Or maybe it's just with the intention of twisting a little bit more. And then come back through center. Find another full body stretch. So reach the arms back. Point the toes forward. Inhale. You're as long as you can get. And as you exhale, hug the left knee into your chest. Interlace your fingers onto your shin. Inhale, the belly rises up. Exhale, hug your knee in toward your left shoulder. Stay with your breath. The idea is to get your knee as close as you can towards your left shoulder without it bothering your hip. So if it's bothering your hip at all, either back off or try taking a wider circle out with the knee. You got 2 more breaths here. Now we'll find our twist. Keep the left knee bent. Roll onto your right hip. Let the left knee fall. Your left arm reaches up and out by your side. Nice job, you guys. Hug everything back through center. One more full body stretch, big reach. And then hug both knees into your chest. Place your hands on your shins here. And then rock side to side. So all the way over towards the right, all the way to the left, back and forth. Keep going just like that, side to side. Giving yourself a nice little low back massage. Welcome to those of you who just joined. Keep rocking side to side. Now once you feel even there, come back to center. Hands are still on the shins. Spread the knees wide, so you're pulling the knees up and in toward your armpits here. And then from there, you can add ankle circles or you can hold still. And then from there, if you want, you can start circling the knees. So don't really worry about which direction you are making your circles go in here. Just move through the hips. And then maybe you change the direction of the circles. Again, don't worry about which way is which here. Just moving the knees and the hips, however it feels good to you. And then once you feel nice and even there, knees come back to center. Start to rock and roll back and forth, shoulder blades to tailbone. Get about 3 or 4 rocks here. On your 4th rock, you're going to come into a seated position. So on your butt with the ankles crossed. So a lot of my athletes, I know this is not a super comfortable position to be in. So if that's you, grab your pillow, a firm pillow, and just sit on it. It's going to elevate the hips a little bit. You'll probably feel better on your bum. So from there, across the ankles, hands come to your knees. Lower your right ear to your right shoulder. Breathe. Breathing into the left side of your neck. If you want a little bit more here, your left fingertips can crawl out by your side. I'm really thinking about that belly breathing here. In and out through your nose. And then we'll switch sides. So come back to center, both hands to your knees, left ear, left shoulder. Breathe. I'm just noticing if this feels different than it normally does. I know it does for me. I've been using my neck in different ways lately, been on my phone more, my computer. Your body definitely knows when you're doing things differently. Option to crawl the right fingertips out by your side here. Keep the breath flowing in and out through your nose. Good. Then come back to center. Then from here, start to crawl your fingertips forward. So you're keeping a nice flat back at first. So keep the shoulder blades rolled down and back until you can get out about as far as you can. Once you're as far as you can, take 2 breaths. Then you can let your spine round, the head and neck hang heavy. Start to crawl the fingertips forward as far as they go. Relax your head and neck. And then start to crawl the hands back towards your body, coming back up to a neutral spine. I want you to switch out your legs. So the way they're crossed now, switch them out. This way is probably going to feel uncomfortable or weird, not natural for you, and that's okay. And then we're going to do the same thing again. So from here, keeping your shoulders rolled back and down, nice flat back, crawl the fingertips forward. So you're keeping your chest pretty upright here. Nice flat back. And once you get as far as you can go, you'll feel that stickiness. I just want you to hold there and take 2 breaths. Once you got your 2 breaths, start to crawl the fingertips forward. Let your spine round, the head and neck hang heavy here. Good. And then come back up to center. Nice job, y'all. Swing the legs around. Come into your tabletop. So you're stacking shoulders above wrists, hips above knees, tops of the feet flat on the mat. Coming into your tabletop or all fours. Hi guys, welcome if you just joined. And from here, we're gonna go for 3 rounds of cat-cow. So as you inhale, look forward, the belly drops, tailbone lifts. As you exhale, tuck and round. Inhale, look forward, belly drops, tailbone lifts. Exhale, tuck and round. Pull the belly in, round spine. You have one more. Inhale, look forward, belly drops. Exhale, tuck and round. And then come back to a neutral spine. Spread the knees wide and pull the feet together. And then sink your hips down towards your heels for child's pose. Crawl the hands forward. Let the head, the neck, and the arms relax. Then come up high on your fingertips, lifting your wrists and your elbows up off the mat, like a spider. And crawl the fingertips farther forward, sinking your hips back, relaxing your head and neck. And if it feels good here, you can start to sway your hips side to side, or you can hold still. And then relax the arms, lower the elbows and the forearms, and slide down onto your belly. Coming right into your Sphinx pose. So here, your elbows are stacked directly above, your shoulders are stacked directly above your elbows. Your hands are directly out in front of the elbows here. Without actually moving your elbows, think about dragging them back towards your body and pulling the chest forward. The tops of your feet are flat on the mat. So all 10 toenails, even those little pinky toenails, are touching the mat or the ground, carpet, whatever you're on here. Breathe. Continue to pull the chest through, finding this nice back bend here. If this is hurting your low back at all, give your booty a tiny little squeeze. And relax. Bring your hands under your chin. Lift the feet up, windshield wiper the feet side to side. Good. Relax the legs back behind you. Come back into your Sphinx pose. So drag the elbows back under the shoulders, hands straight out in front of the elbows. Take a breath in, look forward like you're looking towards the horizon. And as you breathe out, look all the way down, tucking your chin to your chest. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, look down. 2 more, just like that. Inhale. Exhale. Good, last one. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Come back to a neutral spine. Lower your chest down to the ground. Slide your hands under your shoulders. Press up to tabletop. Then from here, find your downward facing dog. So lift the hips up and then back. And from here, I want you to do what feels good. So maybe you walk out the legs, bend one knee, bend the other knee. Perhaps you wiggle your hips side to side. Maybe you just hold still. Maybe this feels really, really good. Stretching out those hamstrings, your entire posterior chain after those single leg deadlifts yesterday especially. You got 2 more breaths here to do what feels good to you. And take your gaze to the top of your mat, come up high on the balls of your feet, and start to tiptoe your way up to the top of your mat, finding your forward fold, Uttanasana. Everything hangs really heavy here. Your head, your neck, your arms. Put a tiny little bend in your knees here, even if you can do this with straight legs. You may have the option to grab on the opposite elbows and sway side to side if that feels good. Good. Lower your hands down to the mat, or to modify, slide your hands up your shins. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. 2 more, just like that. Inhale, halfway lift, really flat back. So your gaze here is about a foot to two in front of your feet. So you're not looking forward and you're not looking back at your belly button. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Little squeeze of the shoulder blades together here. Exhale, forward fold. Bring your hands to your heart, and as you breathe in, start to slowly round yourself up to stand. And when you make your way there, relax your arms down by your sides, palms facing forward. And just close your eyes for 1 sec. Feel your mat underneath your feet. Take 2 long, deep breaths here, settling in. And blink your eyes open. Shrug your shoulders up, back, and down. 2 more just like that. Up, back, down. Good. 1 more. Up, back, and down. And then reverse the direction of that circle. So you're coming forward towards me for 3, 2, 1 more. Good. Inhale, reach the arms up, look up. Exhale, swan dive the arms, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your palms, step back for your plank. Shoulders are stacked above your wrists. You have a straight line from the crown of your head all the way down towards your ankles. So your perfect plank. Pressing the floor away from you with your hands. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, shift forward on your toes. Tuck the elbows in tight. Your gaze here, again, is about a foot to 2 in front of your hands. And then lower down your belly, nice and slow. When you get there, untuck your toes. Cobra, roll the shoulders down and back. Lift the chest. So pretend like there's a tennis ball between your shoulder blades here that you're squeezing really tight. Lower the chest down, curl the toes under, lift your hips up, and then back, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward, come high on the balls of your feet, bend your knees, walk, step, or hop to the top of your mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up to stand, reach the arms up, look up. Your right hand grabs onto your left wrist. Take a breath in, reach up, and as you breathe out, lean towards the right. Good, so your hips going to the left, your upper body is leaning up and over. You're staying really square to the front of the room, or maybe towards your phone or computer here. So if you can see yourself, make sure you can see your throat and both armpits. Good, come back through center. Take a breath in, reach up, look up, separate the hands. And then left hand grabs on the right wrist. You're leaning up and over towards the left. The hips poke towards the right. Stay nice and square, open through your chest. Every time you breathe out here, you're leaning a little bit more. Inhale, come back to center, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Plant your palms, step back for your plank. Chaturanga, this time we're going to lower halfway down and hover. So shift forward on your toes. The elbows are in tight, halfway down and hover. Untuck your toes, upward facing dog. Keep the thighs lifted off the mat as you pull your chest through. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hips up. Nice job, y'all. Inhale, look forward, come high on the balls of your feet. Make your way to the top of your mat. You can walk, you can step, you can hop. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up, look up, reach up. Right hand grabs onto left wrist. Lean up and over towards the right. We're only here for 1 breath this time. Good, come back through center. Switch out your grip. Left hand grabs on the right wrist. Up and over towards the left. Inhale, back to center. Look up, separate the hands. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Plant your palms, step back, plank. Take a breath in. Exhale. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Downward facing dog, exhale. On your next breath in, float the right leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, look forward, step your right foot between your hands, find your runner's lunge. And from there, lower the back knee down, top of the back foot down. Inhale, come all the way up. Lift your arms, lift your chest. So take a peek down at your left side here. Your left hip should be stacked directly above your knee. Your hips are square, so pull your right hip back a little bit. So the hips are parallel with your computer, your phone, whatever you're looking at. Take a breath in, look up, open up through your chest, and as you breathe out, come into an easy back bend. Cactus the arms. Think about your sternum pulling up towards the ceiling here. Good, release, come back to center. Half split, straighten your front leg, shift your hips back towards the back of the room as you fold over your front leg. So here's a spot where if you have blocks, which I imagine most people don't, you can't reach the ground, you put blocks under your hands. You can also use those soup cans that we used the other day. You could use 2 pillows, anything that's low here, just to prop the hands up a little bit. If you don't have anything, you can bring your hands to your hips. Think about pulling your right toes back towards your shin, your right hip back towards the back of the room. Every time you breathe in, you're opening up, you're getting a little bit of a break. Every time you breathe out, you're folding towards your shin. Nice job, you guys. Release. Bring your right knee back on top of your right ankle. Both hands come to the left side of the mat. And walk your right foot over towards the right. So it's touching the edge of your mat here. Once you're there, both hands come down. Let your right knee fall towards the right. You can roll onto the pinky toe edge of your foot here. You can come down to your forearms if you like. You can wiggle side to side. It's up to you. I want you to focus on your hips and how this feels for you. Once you found your spot, see if you can let your head and neck relax. You got one more breath here. I've heard from a lot of people that they got really tight hips right now. So hopefully this is feeling pretty good. If you're on your forearms, come on back up to your hands. Walk your right foot back to the middle of the mat. Frame it with your fingertips. Pop the back knee up, runner's lunge. Plant your palms. Three-legged dog. The right leg reaches all the way up. Bend your knee, open up your hip. So from here, you're thinking about stacking the right hip on top of the left. You're lifting your right knee up towards the ceiling and pulling your right foot towards your butt. You have one more breath like that. Start to straighten the leg, level out your hips, and then come back to your downward facing dog. Nice job, you guys. Let's move to the left side. Inhale, three-legged dog. The left leg reaches up. Exhale, look forward. Step the foot between the hands. Runner's lunge. Lower your back knee down, top of the back foot down. Inhale, lift the arms, lift the chest. Remember, take a peek at your right side here. So the hip is directly above your knee. Make any adjustments that you need. Pull your left hip back a little bit. Arms lift up. And then find your easy back bend. Cactus the arms. Pretend like there's a string attached to your sternum. So that's right in the middle of your chest. Somebody's pulling on that string, lifting you up towards the ceiling from your chest. Breathe, 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 breathe. Good. Release. Half split. Straighten your front leg. Shift your hips back. Start to fold over your shin. Remember, put something under your hands if you can or if you need to. Every time you breathe in, find length through your spine. And every time you breathe out, close off this space between your chest and your leg. Your left toes are pulling back, as if you're trying to touch your nose with your big toe here. Your left hip pulls back towards the back of the room. You guys know I love this cue. You can bring your left hand to your left hip crease and just gently poke it back. Right away, ideally, you feel more of a sensation through your left hamstring. We got one more breath in, one more breath out. And then gently release the left knee comes back on top of the left ankle. Both hands to the right side of the mat. Walk your left foot over to the left, lizard lunge. You can roll onto the pinky toe edge of your foot. Let your knee fall towards the left. You can lower down to your forearms here. You can lower down to blocks or whatever else you had your hands on before. You can wiggle side to side. This is one of my favorite poses because there's a lot of different things you can do here. There's a lot of freedom. So think about your hips. What feels good for you? Some people like to move here. Some people like to hold still. Up to you. Just breathe. Keep your breath flowing in and out through your nose. One more breath. And if you're on your forearms, come on back up to your hands. And then start to walk the left foot back to the middle of your mat. Framing your front foot with your fingertips, pop the back knee up. Plant your palms, three-legged dog. Inhale, the left leg reaches up. Whoops. Bend your knee, open up the hip here. So, left hip is on top of right. The left knee lifts up towards the ceiling. Pull your foot towards your butt. Good. Straighten the leg. Level out your hips. Take a breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Great job, you guys. We got one more little flow, then we're going to slow it back down. Inhale, three-legged. Right leg reaches up. Exhale, look forward. Step the foot between your hands. Runner's lunge. Good. Warrior two. Lower your back heel down. Lift your arms and your chest up. So your chest is straight up. You have your right knee stacked above your right ankle. Arms are super strong here. Your right heel is in line with the left arch. So look down at your feet and make sure they're in the right alignment. Relax your shoulders. And then reach with the fingertips. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Good. Straighten your front leg and reverse your warrior. Right bicep, right ear. And the entire right side of your Good. Come back to warrior two. Then straighten your front leg. Turn all 10 toes towards the right. Take a breath in. Look up, open up through your chest. And as you breathe out, find your wide-legged forward fold. Let your head and neck relax. So you can do what feels good here. If it feels good just to hold right where you are, do that. If you want to reach for the outside edges of your feet here, you can. You can find a shoulder stretch, so you can interlace the fingers behind your low back, roll the shoulders down in their sockets, and then let the fist fall forward. You got one more breath here. Lydia, I'm glad you're enjoying this playlist, and I'm glad you can hear it. Nice job, you guys. Hands come down under your heart. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, back to runner's lunge, facing the front of the room. So frame your right foot. Plant your palms, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, three-legged dog. The left leg reaches up. Exhale, look forward. Step the foot between your hands. Finding your runner's lunge. The left foot is forward on this side. And from here, we find our warrior two. Spin the back heel down. Reverse windmill your arms parallel to the mat. So look at your feet first. The left heel lines up with the middle of your right arch. Your left knee is stacked directly above the ankle. If you look at your front knee and the knee's caving in towards your big toe, just gently press it back so that it's more on the left side of your front foot. So more towards your pinky toe. And then sink in just a little bit. We just have one more breath here. Relax your shoulders. Straighten your front leg. The right ventricle down the back leg. Left bicep, left ear. Reach back. Good. Come back to your warrior two. One inhale. One exhale. Straighten the front leg. Turn both feet so they're parallel. Inhale, look up, open up. Exhale, forward fold. If you want to invert, go for it. So if you want to get up into a headstand, you can here. You can go for another shoulder stretch. You can reach for the outside edges of your feet and fold forward. You have lots of options here. You have 3 more breaths to do whatever feels good to you.